Ms. Corbett. I'm a reading specialist and I would love to show you how to teach your child to read. I'm going to make a series of videos for homeschooling parents and anyone else who would like to know how to teach a child to read. First of all, you need to know what letters your child already knows. Your child can begin to read before he or she knows all of their alphabet letters. The things that are important are that your child knows letters and sounds, because when they are reading words, they will be using the sounds of the letters in most instances to sound out those words. So the first thing we do is check to see what letters your child already knows. And you will go to this website and it will show you the pages that I'm getting ready to use. Pages 1 and 2 are the directions. Page 3 is your score sheet, and page 4 and 5 are the letters that you actually give to your child. So go on to page 3 at that website. This is your letters, sound, identification, score sheet. It's from Reading Recovery. It has all the letters on each of these 2 pages listed down in a column. The uppercase are first, or the big letters. The lowercase, or the little letters, are second. So what you do is get a pencil, put the date right here, and if you're working with more than one child, put the child's name here, and this says grade, and you can fill it out as much or as little as you want. This is for your use to help you know what your child knows and what you're teaching. So you keep this, and you put it as much as you can to the side, because you don't want the child to focus on what you're doing, but on what he or she is doing. So you show your child these, and you ask, do you know what these are? And then wait, because some children have to think about it. It's in there for some of them, but you have to give them time. I call it wait time. And some will tell you their letters, some might say their numbers, some might say I don't know. It's okay if they don't know. If they say letters, you say good, yeah, they're letters. If they never say letters, they may call them alphabets, and that's okay too, but we want them to know these are letters, because that's how you talk about words and parts of words, the letters. So you or the child 1 needs to say the word letters. These are letters, actually. These are letters. Say letters and have your child repeat that term to you, letters. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover up some of them. And you actually use this. You're helping the child hold his place. And so he just sees the first row. So I want you to go across, and it's important that a lot of times when you're teaching reading that you use the left to right movement, because you want their eyes to train to go that way. That's how we read, from left to right. You say, look at these. Do you see any letter that you know? And then you wait. And if they say a letter on this paper that you've got over to the side, where it says N for nose or name response, if they tell you the name of the letter, like that's K, then you're going to check K. IR stands for, I want to say exactly what it says on the sheet, incorrect response. If they call a K a F or a W or anything except a K, you put down what they said instead. And then there's one column where they might make the sound of the letter. I have never had anybody do that. I have had them tell me a word that it was in. And here's the blank for word. I have one little girl on the G's. They have not the G like you would write, but this kind of G. She did tell me one time, I don't know what that is, but it's in Google. I thought that was very clever of her. So you go across the top, and if they give you a letter that's on the line and you're not sure, ask them to point to it. If you think they're hearing they're saying W, say, where is W? Well, point to it. Put your finger under it. And they'll show you what they're talking about. Then you say, okay, let's try the next row. And you'll pull the sheet down for them like this. And give them time to go across and see if they see anything that they know. You continue to do that until you've done all the letters. At some point, you want to say, can you pull that paper down by yourself? Because you want your child to become independent and do things that you could do for them, but they need to learn to do for themselves. So once you do all the uppercase letters, you say, well, you did pretty good on that. Let's try these lowercase or little letters. Small letters, whatever you choose to call them. Your teachers are usually going to call them lowercase and uppercase, but until the children, I mean, that's a lot to ask them to remember. Until the children know the letters, I also say big or little. So then they go across these, just like you did with the other ones. If they pull that sheet of paper down, see if they can do it this time. So when you get through with your row, you pull the sheet of paper down and look across the next row and see if you see any letter that you know. And if you do, tell me what it is. And you're making your little notes on your paper, and that's how I began to teach reading. You start with what the child knows, and then you're going to go with what the child doesn't know and teach it. Okay, you got your information. This is valuable information, and you will do this test assessment frequently, not every day. I usually do it like every 2 weeks, every 10 days. But I'll show you more how to do it again in another video. Okay, then I go to something different. We've sat and we've looked at letters and talked about letters. Let's do something a little more fun. And there's a YouTube video that I would use. It's the Letter and Sound Song. And it's at this website. And you go there and you click on that, and then it will play the song through twice. It shows you the letter, it shows you something that begins with that letter, it tells you the letter name, and it tells you the sound of the letter. But it's in a song. So you and your child can probably listen to it to begin with, but as you both get to know the words, sing along with it, because that will help them internalize that knowledge. And you do that every day until your child pretty much knows all of his letter sounds. And I say his because I have sons, and that's just the pronoun I'm used to, his or her. So then after you've sung the song, then you're going to do something different. I like to change up my activity every 5 to 10 minutes, every 5 minutes if I can for small children, because of their short attention span. So you sing your song, so you can stand up to sing it, you can move, you can dance with it a little bit. Just keep your eyes on that screen so they are seeing the letters, they're hearing the sounds, they're seeing something that starts with that letter. They need to watch the video, but if they do a little bit of movement, that's okay. So we're done with the song, and then you say, I have something I want to show you. I use either pizza pans or I use burner covers. I'll show you the burner covers in another video. Today I have my pizza pan. And I say, these are magnetic letters. Look, it's like magic. You put it on, you put the letters on, and they don't fall off. So look at that. What you do, the first word that I use with them is their name. And the first letter is a capital letter, and then the other ones will be the lowercase letters. And I'll put them, and you don't try to turn them upside down or anything. You have them, you don't put them in order either. But you have them reasonably on the pizza pan, and you say, these letters make your name. Can you make your name using these letters? Can you move them around until you have your name written out with these letters? And you're hoping that they're going to do this. And if they do, you say, that's a good job. That's exactly right. Dan. Dan. Your name's Dan, and that word is Dan. Good job. If they just manage to put them, they might not even get them in a row. It depends on how old they are and how much experience they've had with words. But if they do it wrong, you say, oh, that's almost exactly right. Just you have to move this one, and now you've got Dan. That's your name. D-A-N. Dan. Good job. And you're done with this for today. At the end of my lesson, and I'm ending the lesson now. We've done a lot. At the end of the lesson, I always read the children a book, because the goal is for them to be able to read and to want to read and to enjoy reading. And I used a lot of Eric Hill, is the author, his Spot books. And this was the first one he wrote. He wrote at least 80 Spot books about Spot, the little dog's named Spot. And what I like so much about these books is you want the child to become an engaged or involved reader, and they will get engaged with these books. I'm not going to read it because I'm not sure if that's permitted, and I'm not going to go all the way through it, but I am going to show you how it works. Okay, it starts out, this is the first page, and it's a little mother dog in this book. She's looking for her baby Spot. And there are things that you can lift to see if he's there. And so she goes all through the house looking for him. And you will read this. And then get your child to reach in and lift the flap. And then read what it says. And there's all sorts of places to look for Spot. And I'm not going to go all the way through the book, but I love my Spot books. Children love these books. They love reaching in and moving those flaps. And after a while, because the same word is under the flap, eventually they'll just say it with you. And there's so much I can teach a child using these books, and I'll be showing you. But any children's book you have is fine. You don't have to have a lot of books. Three is enough. 4 is enough. More is fine. But children like hearing the same story over and over. So if all you got is one book, that works too. Just at the end of every lesson, read that one book. And that's your first lesson in teaching your child how to read. You've done a lot. Before the next lesson, you want to sit down when the child is not with you, because you don't want the child to worry about, did I get it right, did I get it wrong? It doesn't matter, because if you don't get it right today, you're going to get it right another day, because that's what teaching is about. So, and I want you to look and see what letters your child knows. And this will be useful for the next video that I make, for the next lesson that you teach. Thank you for watching, and I hope you'll watch my next video. The list of supplies to do the lesson in this video. You need the pages, 2-letter pages. It's pages 4 and 5 with the letters on it, and the scoring sheet, which is page 3, and it'll come from this website. You also need a device that you can connect to the internet so that you can watch a song about letters and sounds on YouTube. You need something metal that magnetic letters will stick to, and you will need some magnetic letters. You will need both uppercase and lowercase magnetic letters, and you get them from here. You're going to need a children's book to finish your lesson with, because at the end of every lesson you will read your child a book. You will read the book together. Hopefully at some point your child will jump in and begin to say the words with you. Thank you.